Hi, Eddie. You got the camera rolling?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's Sunday morning, July 7th, 2013. If you pan the camera around to the floor area, you'll see that I've been taking up sections of carpet.
Yes, the carpet's missing.
Yes, the carpet and the padding. And then under the carpet and padding was old dried out linoleum adhesive and tacks and staples and nails and tack strips for the carpeting. All that had to come up, and I had to scrape off globs of linoleum adhesive that had dried out over the years.
Right.
So we cleaned and scraped as much of what the exposed floor area that you see. You
Yes.
see it's covered with paint spatters. That's the paint that would not come up during the scraping. And I'll show you a little bit of what I mean by scraping. What I do is I take these scraping implements, and this right here, this is an example of some of the linoleum. Yesterday, toward the end of the day, I took up this big piece of carpet here. It's 3.5 by about 8.5 feet. And at some point there was linoleum covering this whole floor, this beautiful wood floor. And so this dark substance here, this is dried up sort of a bitumen or tar-based linoleum adhesive. And so basically, some of it comes up, some of it comes up very easily, and some of it doesn't. And so what you do is, see, you can get a rhythm going.
Yeah.
And patches of this are dried out enough that they just come up with a dry scraper. Like this. See? And you just keep at that. But some patches are still a little gooey and sticky. And so those you just have to do what you can. And you just leave them and come back to them after they've dried out. Okay, so this, and a lot of this black substance, there was more of it over here this morning, but I've scraped it and I'm moving it away from me. This is what comes up.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I'm putting it in this bag.
Oh, okay.
And in this other bag, hi.
Hi.
This other bag here, I'm in baggies. I'm keeping as a record all the staples. Let's see if I can spread these out a little bit. Yeah. The nails and tacks and staples that I had to pull up.
Yes.
These staples were used to put down the padding.
Right.
And so, anyway, I started this bag yesterday, and I'm continuing it today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of Scotch tape. This is the kind of tape you can write on. And I'm just going to add, today is Sunday, Sunday, July 7th, 2013. Okay, so that one has 2 dates on it, but
okay.
Anyway, so this is what I'm working on today.
Okay.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Thanks.
Going.
Okay, we're just going to provide some footage of me doing this. Okay, is the camera getting that well?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can fit back in here. Yeah. You can come in closer if you want. Because closer on the work, yeah. Because this is... as I'm brushing this, follow it up to here. Yeah. See, and there's some of these. Try to use my left hand. I try to get some of the paint up, but the paint is a little more stubborn. I'm going to have to use some paint, some sanding blocks or some paint stripper for this paint. Okay. I just keep moving it back.
Well, I got 2.5 minutes on here. It's about as long as the video I took before.
Okay, that's good. Thanks, Eddie.
Okay.
There it is. Okay, we're down to the last bit of carpet. We just rolled up the carpeting that was on top of this padding, and this is about a 6 foot by 8.5 foot rectangle, and we're going to take this up next. Let's see. We didn't find anything unusual under the carpet. We got to remove these. After we take up this padding, we got to remove the tack strips, and there's a metal tack strip at the threshold of the door that goes out to the front balcony. Yeah. So I'm just going to pan back. I have to be careful, I'm walking backwards. Okay. And this is the large front room that we're basically living in, and we're pulling up all the carpet because it's about 20 to 25 years old. And, you know, we're living in here, and we're living with open windows, although we have screens in these windows in this room, and we have plastic over that door. But the old carpeting was harboring fleas and flies and mosquitoes, you know, and roaches where the kitchen area was. We rearranged and cleaned the kitchen area yesterday. So, oh, and there's Eddie. Hi, Eddie.
I'm exhausted.
Eddie is exhausted because he rolled up the carpet that was here and he took it downstairs by himself while I stood up here and narrated a short video. So, okay, he's gonna, and this is easy to pull up. Yeah, Eddie, why don't you roll it up? Roll it up as you go along. That's what I've been doing. I find that's a lot easier. Okay. Yeah, because then you can take the roll and you can just put it on the pile of carpet and padding that's downstairs. And at some point we're gonna cut up the carpet into small pieces and put it in trash bags. Let's see. Focus. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, no surprises. Okay. Just a few little blotchy spots of linoleum, old linoleum adhesive, and at some point somebody was painting something here. Maybe they were painting curtain rods or something. I don't know. It looks like, I don't know. Maybe they're painting shelves or something. Okay. Okay, so carpeting, padding's getting smaller and smaller, so I'm going to get back to work and help Eddie out. What you doing, Eddie?
Oh, just getting rid of the gunk that's on the floor.
Yeah, that's the old linoleum adhesive that was left behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point, someone took up the linoleum that used to be in this large front room, and I guess they were going to maybe rehab the floor, but decided that there was probably too much trouble to pay a couple of workers to scrape up all the old adhesive, and so they just decided to paint the walls, and they told the painters not to worry about the floor, And then what they did was they covered the floor with a thick padding and a thick carpet. And when the carpet was new, it must have been pretty nice. It was sort of a dark terracotta orange color, actually kind of the same color as the floor. Because this floor is cypress with a red kind of red cedar stain that someone put on it. But back in the 1980s, when the carpet was put in, it must have looked pretty nice. You know, all the walls and ceilings had a coat of white paint, and the new carpet, you know, the sort of dark terracotta orange carpet, it must have looked pretty nice. But over the decades, I'll show you what the remainder of the carpet has looked like. This is what has happened. In this part of the house, we have linoleum adhesive, sheet linoleum, tile linoleum, carpet padding, and carpet. And most of this carpet has faded to a kind of straw yellow because the windows have been open, and this house was abandoned for 19 years, since 1994. And you can, in some places, you can see the original color of the carpet, but most of the carpet is been faded by the sun that comes in. And so anyway, after we're done in that front room, and we get everything back to where it was, and we get the floor relatively clean, maybe in the next day or two, we're going to start removing the carpeting back here, mainly because it's harboring fleas and bugs and wildlife. So. Hit on a tiny piece of old linoleum and a tack holding it down. Okay. Well, you're making progress. I'll check on you later.
Get away from me, bug. Oh God, what happened to the threshold?
Well, there was a fake threshold on top of this. Someone had built it up. It was about an inch thick. It was two boards that were about an inch put together to form an inch. And that was to make it level with the padding and the carpeting. Mm-hmm. And so when we took up the carpeting and the tack strips, I realized there was this big bump here that didn't really serve a purpose. So I took it up and I found a whole bunch of dirt and junk underneath, so I'm cleaning that up. Oh. That's what I'm doing now. And you know, just cleaning all the sort of years and layers of junk and crap out. You know, this poor old house, it suffers from basically just layers of bad decisions that seemed like good decisions at the time. You know, like layers of linoleum, layers of carpeting, layers of weather stripping. You know, this is New Orleans. We live in a warm climate. You know, we don't really need to be that warm. In the winter, you can bundle up here and stay very warm. A lot of people live without heat here in New Orleans. It's a house really needs to be cool and needs to be allowed to breathe in the summertime to remain cool. So we're stripping away, you know, carpeting, wall-to-wall carpeting and carpet padding and linoleum. That keeps the house from breathing. Mm-hmm. So we're stripping away a lot of that. We're paring this house down to its basic essence, basically. So.
Basic housiness.
Yes, it's basic housiness. It's original housiness. So, okay.